So the F for fits literally means, does it fit you in terms of your personality? Does this target fit you, or this goal? When I say target, I also mean goal. Target equals goal for your purposes, for our purposes. Does it fit my personality? Right? Does it fit my skills and knowledge? Does it fire me up? Right? Am I passionate about it? Is this something I can get behind and see myself doing? You know, had I asked myself this prior to, going after the goal of becoming a CPA, I would have been like, had I gone through this process, I would have come up with an immediate no in this very first block. Does it fit me? No. Does it fire me up? No. No. So why do it? Well, I was doing it for other reasons, right? Social means, social fit, family, all that. The I is, how important is this goal to me at this point in my life? How important is this goal at this point in my life? Okay, so we have a fellow here, Kyle, who's 35, who's decided it's his goal to be a Navy SEAL. Okay, well, the age cutoff is 28. And we're in a time of declining budgets, and the SEAL force is trying to decline by roughly 75 people a year in terms of guys getting through training. So they're trying to graduate 175 a year versus 250. So that doesn't bode well for people who want to get in who are 7 years older than the age cutoff. And so he has to ask himself, since my chances are radically diminished over someone who is much, younger than me, how important is this goal for me to, spend the next year to 2 of my life on when my chances are so small? And I'm sure he's gone through that analysis because he's continuing to drive forward. But how important is this goal for you? Think about that, Oftentimes, where this really is important or comes to play is when we have not one goal, but 5 or more. And all of a sudden, we're spending all our energy going after these different things, when in reality, 2 or 3 of these things that we're working on really aren't that important. And if you cross them out and just get them out of your view, get them off your task list, get them off your energy field, then you've got more energy to focus on the things that are important, right? So how important is this? And the next one is the timing right? How often, this also applies to the 35-year-old, timing might have been past for him. But is the timing right for you to go after a goal, this particular goal that's in your field of view right now? How often do we go after something before we're ready? Has anyone done that? Am I the only one? I don't think so, right? Before we're ready. Yeah, we have this unrealistic expectation of our own skills, knowledge, or readiness for something. I see this with SEAL candidates all the time. Come to Kokoro camp and they quit. And they're stunned. And the reality was they had no clue what they were getting into because they didn't do their homework, right? They watched too many video games. They just assumed that they were studs. And they weren't, not compared to the real studs. You know what I mean? Not compared to the guys who've been training for 3, 4, 5 years. We had a guy named Colin, who's now wearing the Trident, contacted me when he was 12 years old. 12 years old. I think it was 12 or was it 14? Do you know the story? Anyways, it might have been 14, but it sure seems like it was 12. But you can allow me to embellish a little bit in this case. But anyways, my point is, 5 years before he showed up here to go through a 3-week academy, he had contacted me, and he followed every set of instructions that he got from NavySeals.com. He followed every SEALFIT workout that came out. 5 years. And then he shows up here, and he just dominates the 3-week academy, Kokoro camp, volunteers to intern like Mikey's doing, interned for 6 months. And then when he went to Buds, it was a walk in the park, because he prepared. Timing was right. When he knew at 14 he wasn't ready, but he just waited, he trained, and when the timing was right, he went to the recruiter and said, "Hi, I'm Colin, I'm going to be a Navy SEAL, I'm ready to go." How cool is that? So don't select the target or the goal until the timing's right. Right? Don't put it out there. You're going to waste energy on it. Okay? And then the S is this simple? Is it simple enough for you to articulate this goal to get your mind and your spirit wrapped around it? I've taken on goals that were too complex, had too many other moving parts, partners, people that I needed to rely on in order for me to achieve my part of the goal. And it was really hard to motivate other people toward one of my goals. It wasn't simple.